Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions will put total leather and we'll get started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12, but all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
Back to pass, it's Tompkins. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Running back searching for a hole.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his feet. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle. It's Akbar. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. On the move. The Nittany Lions pick up the 1st down.
Man, these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole. Pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe. They can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. And they break the seal on the scoring. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. The Gators decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On second down, he'll fire. And the timing just a hair off.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. To the air, it's Tompkins. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, looking for the completion.
Ah, I see that roll, man. Damn.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it from the gun. He's there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. Touchdown, Florida! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys. You never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They are up by 7 over Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They run the reverse. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but man, that's probably one he wants back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking for room. It's Akbar. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Snares it outside. It's Brown.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first.
What fuck, dog?
The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back.
That man fumbled the fucking ball, bro.
Weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And such such a blown opportunity for the offense because on fourth down, they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Hey.
Go to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Here comes the offense on first down. Handoff from the gun. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out. He's at the 40. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat.
Bro, come on,
shooting for the end zone right there.
Chill out, college.
Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick through the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And now on second down for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Tompkins. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Thompson. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw it on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Now on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on to David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
I didn't read.
Interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something here. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Tompkins.
Thank you.
And that pass is intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's there to make the stop, and he threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that.
He's looking for a man on second down. He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen.
Pick up the fucking
And
box,
that did
man.
not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on second down. He's going to run it. Hard running there. tripped up for the tackle.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Penn State 10, Florida 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Gonna let it fly. Snags it inside the 20. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's got it on the run. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs good.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. nowhere to run.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to let it go.
Oh, what the fuck, dog?
Incomplete, and that
Some
is
cheap
a
ass shit.
heartbreaker this late in the game. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Wants to throw. It's Tompkins. He fires to the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They keep attacking through the air. He caught it! Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get to it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Akbar. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Thompson. Running toward the tape. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
I think that ball carrier, his eyes were like saucers on that one. He knew he was running that thing right into the teeth of it. And boy,
This nigga tired, bro. Come on. Oh my fucking God, bro. This shit,
Here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure.
Oh, fuck.
Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass.
No! Bro, they fought me, dog! They fought me over! Bro, they just fought me the fuck over, dog.
Building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the